Excuse me. Um, Gemini, this is your reading. Excuse me. For the month of November, you I actually wasn't congested at all till I started this reading. I sneezed right when I turned the camera on, and yeah, you could be flushing something out of your system. I feel like, are you sick? What is going on? What's going, right? Uh, I don't know what this energy is, Gemini, but I feel like you could be a little bit under the weather. A little bit under the weather. Grace coming out immediately. Okay. This is what you're involved in. There's something about like you're showing someone grace that could be sick, or you could be sick, showing other people grace by not showing your face right now. I know that sounds mean as all get out, but not really. Like, you're not going to compromise the risk. Like, you don't really, like, this is you calling in because you're like, I don't want to get everyone else sick. You're doing something for somebody else, even though you're the one that's like showing grace. Is despair. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that you're in despair because you're sick or because you're under the weather. I think you're in despair because someone did show you grace. Someone showed you grace. Now you're in despair about it. Why is that? Please, can I get some more information about this graceful despair? You were competing, possibly, or somebody was competing with you. Bravado is here. It was a silent competition. It was not something that was spoken about. There was no self-esteem involved. I try to tell people this, and I don't think they understand it. When you're competing with someone outside of yourself, you've already submitted to them. Just the very fact that you're competing means that you think they're above you, or could be, or will be, or has been. It's what you're implying. There is no competition when you're at the top of your game. You are your only competition. There comes gifts, which was the first thing out of your reading, Gemini. You could very well be going through a moment of kind of realizing where your gifts are, what they do, how they function. I don't think you showed grace to somebody. I think you were actually in competition with them secretly. And that just doesn't fly. I don't It doesn't fly. Someone has been very, opened to you. And as a result of being open, it's like you're like, okay, well, now I'm grounded. I'm going to go on the open seas and silently see whatever I can see. There's no more grace being shown there. Now now you look like Jonas and the whale, and this opportunity that could have been really happy for you. That was the grace. I don't know why, Gemini, you might be feeling really disappointed in somebody or like just let down. Okay. Yeah. Now you have stormy seas. Now you have a stormy opening because this person over here who is showing you grace, they're not hooked. They're not asking you which way to go. They already know. This is about your life. Which way are you going to go? Because you didn't take that way. I don't know why, but the story of the man who's in the middle of the eye of a storm, right? Sitting there on a rock all by himself, isolated, praying to God, right? And a man in a boat comes by and he's like, come on, get on my boat. And he's like, no, fine. One comes by in an airplane. You didn't want to get in the airplane. Fine, bye. One comes by on a log. And I know that analog doesn't sound like it's going to be very productive. But when you're in the middle of a torrential rainfall that's causing a flood, I would risk being Rose on the raft than to be Jack getting shoved off the edge. Jack, I'll never let you go, she says as she shoves his frozen body off the raft. Okay? There is a happy outcome, but you can't say God didn't send you anybody to save you. He goes to heaven. He ends up dying. He's like, God, why didn't you? I was praying. Why didn't you send me anybody? We sent you multiple people. That's how many times the presence of the spirit or whatever has shown its face. And you just didn't get it. You weren't like the cat wasn't enough. The climb wasn't enough. H town, it's going down. Okay? Grace has been shown. That's been shown. Hello? We are the Shoshone people. I don't know why people be like, oh, I hope they're gonna get their pow pows. Well, if you want to Apache yourself over, Roger that. Okay? You don't need to like Komachi. Like your chi, your energy, you can just keep that part. Because we don't want it on the Komachi. Komanichi. Some of us are really busy gracefully building a bloodline that's also graceful. If you don't want to be a part of it, that's fine. Sit down so I can see who's behind you. Because I'm going to find my, what is it called? Tribe. Is it a trifecta? No. It's called Heavy is the Crown That Wears the Head of It All. The head of it all. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Heavy is the person who bears the heavyweight title. I'm gonna use the unicorn deck, which I have not used in a long time. But Gemini, there's something with you about like left eye. You kind of need to stop looking at something. Stop doing that one thing. Yeah, don't listen to the masses. I know that's a tall order. Very big shoes to fill. When you listen to the masses, you are actively becoming a part of the hive mind. There's nothing wrong with that, but I am telling you that there will be no prosperity for you there. This is number 33 is listening. Like, grow a backbone. Do something different from what it is that you're doing, because that prosperity is what's right behind whatever it is that you're currently up to. I don't want to I don't care. So we're only at like 12 minutes right now, but yeah, there's number 22. You have an opportunity and an opening not to be a Pegasus, to be a unicorn. Pegasus is not a unicorn, they don't have a horn. A unicorn is not Pegasus, they don't have wings. You need to become, I know this is going to sound really weird, but this is the message that's coming through. You need to become horny for Pegasus, which means a woman that will let you fly free, a man that will let you fly free. Like if you let a dog roam, Roman, like all day, if you let him roam, he will come home at the end of the day, but only if you let him. I know it's like really complicated. I get it. No, I really do. Like, you don't want to listen to the Pegasus, you don't want to listen to the unicorn, and you certainly don't want to listen to the horse, the ass, the donkey, or the mule, right? I'm telling you, if you were gonna hedge your bets, Gemini, you need to hedge them on yourself. I think you've been hedging bets on other people. Yep, there's your soul purpose, number 29. Bet on yourself. You'll win every time. That's the truth. I can pull a card from here. Hold on. Please hold. Um, I've, okay. I feel like you're holding on to something that's almost like kind of sentimental to you, right? It's the old way of speaking, the old way of doing things, the old way of talking. You need to become toothless. Your soul's purpose is not here for what it is that's been happening. Yeah. You have to like unlearn everything that you've learned thus far. So when people are like, I'm going to teach you a lesson today, make sure when people say that, mark it in your mind. Make sure you unlearn that lesson as quickly as possible. It's not addiction when you're fulfilling your soul's purpose, when you're actualizing. It's Maslow's hierarchy of need in the Melchizedek deck of cards. Okay? I'm basically over this reading. Celebration awaits, but you have to go get it. It isn't just going to fall in your lap. It isn't coming towards you. You need to go find and look and experience and feel, see, breathe, like as in smell, taste. I'm talking about experience your own soul. To the point that nobody can ever question you about what it is that you know. Here it is again. It is in the third place. Heavy is the head. You know, it'll look at this transformation though. The truth will set you free. It'll piss you off. And heavy is the head. Do you want to know these answers? Because if you don't want to know the answer, don't seek it out. Don't seek it out. Seek and ye shall find. Get ready to be pissed. Get ready to be set free. Get ready to know thyself, Gemini. It's all in the making. Whatever you invent, honestly, for yourself. Here's the King of Unicorns. So this is the King of Pentacles. Invention of the King of Pentacles. Like you need to tell yourself every day that you're that princess. You are that climb. You're the one informing yourself, Gemini. It's your feedback loop. It's your life. It's your world. Allegedly, we're just living in it.